This Von Miller breaking news is presented by Manscaped. Guys, go to manscaped.com/chat where you can save 20% off and get free shipping on the best male grooming products. The reason why we're coming at you here with some breaking news on NFL Daily by Chat Sports, because star pass rusher of the Denver Broncos, Von Miller, is appeared to have suffered an ankle injury that could actually finish his 2020 NFL season before it has even started. So the fear right now is that at the end of practice, Von Miller, and quote is what's being called a freak injury by Adam Schefter, suffered a lower body injury, which this is the ankle. The team is still awaiting MRI results, and until we get those, we won't know for sure what exactly has happened to Von Miller. So we want you all to do this right now. Let us know a one-word reaction to the Von Miller news. My one-word reaction, freak, because from what it sounds like, it was a non-contact freak injury, and anytime that you see something like this happen, this is very, very unfortunate for a player who is not only one of the best defensive players in the National Football League, but has been one of the best players in the National Football League. So my one-word reaction to this is freak. So with Von Miller out, this means you're going to have to see some other players really step up. And this is actually pretty unfortunate for this Broncos team because if you remember, Bradley Chubb last year, he tore his ACL in Week 4. So this is a Broncos team that they were like, man, we're going to have Von Miller, we're going to have Bradley Chubb. Now it is looking like this team could be out, could be without maybe their best defensive player, but also like maybe their best player on the entire football team. And you want to talk about consistency, because when you talk about players that could be potential Hall of Famers, and I am going to say this, Von Miller right now is on a clear path to the Hall of Fame, because since this man has come out of college, he has been one of the best edge rushers in the National Football League, and age has not been slowing him down. He's been getting, well, better and better. So last year, only 8 sacks, sure, but 14.5 in 2018, 13.5 in 2016. I mean, you're looking at no doubt a player that every single season is going to be up there in the NFL leaders in sacks. So for this Denver team, this is a major loss, because if you want to try to take down the Kansas City Chiefs, if you want to try to win that AFC West, guess what? You need this guy to do it. And with this news that he could be out for the entire season, that is a major, major loss. So if you're looking for the latest NFL news and rumors, we are going to have you covered here at Chat Sports. Guess what? We also do breaking news like you're watching right now. So if you want the best show on YouTube for NFL coverage, go ahead, click that subscribe button, and oh yeah, make sure you got those notifications turned on, because you don't want to be the guy that doesn't know this news about Von Miller. So go ahead and hit that sub button. So obviously, we got to look ahead now to the Broncos schedule. Week 1, Monday Night Football, going up against the Tennessee Titans. And if you're Ryan Tannehill, you don't got to worry about that Von Miller guy coming out, blasting your blind side. The Steelers, Buccaneers, the Jets, first 4 weeks. Then you got to wait all the way until Week 8 until the Broncos finally get that breather. But they got a tough road right before that bye. The Chiefs, Patriots, Dolphins, I'm still not 100% sold on those teams. Coming out after that bye then, in Atlanta, that's never an easy game. I don't care what anybody says. At Atlanta, in the Georgia Dome, that's a tough one. Then at the Raiders, the Chargers, the Saints, one of the best teams in the National Football League. Then Week 13. Sunday Night Football, going up against the Chiefs, Panthers, Bills, at the Chargers versus the Raiders. Bottom line is this: you're looking at a Denver team that finished last season at 7-9, a team that does have a lot of confidence in quarterback Drew Lock, that has a much better offense, I will say that, for this upcoming season. But at the end of the day, this Broncos team wins games by its defense. Not having your best defensive player, that's going to be a huge impact. So I just went through the entire season, or the entire schedule, if you will. What I want you to do right now, scroll on down on YouTube and let me know. Predict the Denver Broncos record in 2020. Without our sponsor, Manscaped, this show would not even be possible. If you're a guy out there looking for, guess what, the best deal on the internet, Manscaped has hooked us up here at Chat Sports. Go to manscaped.com/chat, where you can save 20% off and get free shipping on the best male grooming products. My favorite, personally, is the Lawnmower 3.0. You can kind of see it on the picture there. It's got that light at the end of it. So if you get into that hard to reach area, you're going to be able to see what you're doing. It's rechargeable. You can use this bad boy in the shower. It fits easily in your hand. By far the best male grooming product I've ever used. Go to manscaped.com/chat. 20% off and get free shipping. Go take advantage of that deal. So their slogan is "Your balls will thank you." I should also say that it's by far one of my favorite slogans I've ever heard. Now, I am laughing at the "balls will thank you" part. I'm not laughing, though, at the fact that Von Miller is likely going to be out for the season. At least that's what the early reports are. We are still waiting on the MRI results, but it does not look good for Von Miller. So in 2019, 8 sacks, 46 tackles. The ones that I don't have on here is pressures. You're looking at a player who season in, year out, is one of the leaders in quarterback pressures. And yes, he is getting older. He might not be in his prime anymore, but let's get one thing straight. Like 90% of Von Miller is a lot better than a lot of other players out there. So if I'm the Denver Broncos, I'm going, okay, how can I potentially replace Von Miller? Unfortunately, that's not possible. You don't just bring in another player. I don't care if you're looking at free agents. There's not going to be a trade where you can bring a player like Von Miller onto your football team. Because Von's not only an impact player on the field. For a player that's been basically the main focal point of that Denver organization for as long as he has been, you don't replace that. So the team is still waiting on the MRI results. The Broncos are obviously fearing this is season ending, and everything that I'm seeing and everything I'm hearing, it does look like that. And this is even more unfortunate for the Broncos because remember, last year they also lost Bradley Chubb to an ACL injury. So if you're watching NFL Daily by Chat Sports, we appreciate you. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. And hey, why don't you join us tomorrow during our live show on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Also 3 p.m. Pacific. For those of you that maybe have never seen a Chat Sports show before, we go live every single Monday and Wednesday. We interact with the audience. So if you have a question, you can always hit us up during our live shows. Or, hey, I'm on Instagram at MitchellRens365. So one more time here, I'm going to hit you with the depth chart because if Von Miller is out, the Broncos will need to look to somebody to really get after the quarterback and be that big pressure, be that presence on the defense that offensive coordinators, quarterbacks coaches can't go to bed worrying about. So who's going to lead the team here in sacks? And before I leave you, I want you to think about it. Out of all the pass rushers that the Broncos have right now, who do you think is going to lead the team in sacks? For me, I'm going to put my money on Bradley Chubb. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments section. And if you've made it this far in the video, I would appreciate if you dropped us a like.